Hi Libra, welcome to your monthly readings. As always, keep in mind that this is only a general reading. Always take what it feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences during this time. And if you would like a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. For the month of May, I'm offering two special tarot offers. One is called The Tales of the Earth, and it's a reading that focuses on spiritual and material abundance and on themes of growth and fertility. The other one, it's a reading that is more focused into relationship dynamics, in particularly in themes of intimacy, sexuality, and the nature of pleasure. So if you would like to know more info about that, just email me. Or if you would like to donate and support my channel, you can also do so by following the PayPal link, which is also down below, and as well my Facebook and Instagram page. So Libra, I feel like some of you are, during the month of May, getting over something that has been difficult to erase or cleanse out of your life. I feel like some of you have a lot of, uh, it's like an energy of smoked mirrors and a lot of smoky, misty, foggy situations in your life. And during the month of May, you may still feel quite influenced by confusion and doubt. But I feel like some of you are taking measures to clear out the fog, to clear out doubt by focusing your intentions in your priorities. I feel like some of you are wasting energy where you shouldn't, wasting energy and focus and effort in things that are not the top priority right now in your lives, or where you are being called to take a closer look at. I think that there are situations that are close to you that are very important, very demanding, but it's like you're putting it aside, not wanting to look at them, not caring enough for them, dismissing the importance of certain things that are right there with you. And maybe focusing too much on steps that are still ahead and that actually may depend on the way you handle your priorities right now. Some of you, I feel like you have financial situations that maybe you need to take more control over, take the reins of control over your financial situation so things don't get too as well messy. I feel like finances are messy, so it's like scattered. Maybe there's waste of unnecessary waste of financial gains and even potential because there's a lack of discipline or organization, on you understanding where you're putting your money, where you're investing your money, where you're taking and investing, what you're purchasing. Keeping track of finances seems to be something that could be quite useful for some of you. I feel like some of you are saving, money, or you are asked to save money for something ahead, or you're just this goes again back to the energy of needing to be more disciplined. So if you are more in control of your finances, you see how your financial outcome in general will improve, and how you will be able to have much more of this resourcefulness in terms of your possessions and values than you have so far. I feel like some of Libras are impulsive, emotional spenders, which means that you are using your money to sometimes fulfill emotional voids, or to give life to some of your compulsions that are really about emotional. Some of you are in this process of emotional disorder and trying you are in a you have emotional disorders, that's what I wanted to say, and you're kind of trying to get yourself back in place, aligned. I feel like some of you need to take some time to decompress and also to make sense of how your reality is really looking. I think that some of you are not, looking at situations as they are. So what you think you are living may be quite different from what's really there, because that's the magic and the curse of having the Seven of Cups here in your soul position. So things are messy. Most likely, during the month of May, you're still being pulled by this currents that want to take you for fantasy land and la la land, and daydreaming more than doing, daydreaming more than acting, or grounding your energies into making your life more rooted, sustainable, secure on a foundation that you are working on. I feel like some of you are lazy and you don't want to work for better. When I say lazy, don't take it the wrong way. I say as this laziness, it's not, it's something that most likely, it's an issue connected with an insecurity, a really high rooted insecurity on your side in knowing how to handle mundane situations. So instead of learning, or instead of committing yourself to learn more about, the material world, you just, I think that you just avoid it, or you just denied its importance, and you create this alternative reality where you're just, giving value to what you're giving value, and maybe even losing and missing on opportunities that could be very, very, very positive for some of you. I feel like some of you could do wonders, in joining material and spiritual purposes, which means that you could excel in, having a source of income in your life, having a career path, having a job that would join your dream, your dreamer side, your artsy side, your spiritual, imaginative power, with an outlet in structure, in terms of career or job or finances, that would be profitable and that would sustain you, in a path where you can enjoy soul purpose with career options. I also feel like, or financial opportunities. I also feel like some of you, you're just also recovering from disappointment. I feel like some of you have tried something that didn't work out as you've wished, or you hoped, or you wanted. And I think that you are as well overcoming, some of those unmet expectations that you, I feel like some of you have put a lot of your passion into something and you got disappointed, and so now it's harder to recover, or to trust that same flame again, or to try on something, because the last time you have tried, some of you have per se failed. And so I feel like some of you are quite insecure about giving it your all to something because of it. But others of you just don't know what you want yet. I think that there's a lot of emotional confusion, and some of you have a lot of options, but you can't wrap your mind around it. You can't quite make sense yet of what you should pursue. This is a month of reevaluation and reflection as well, especially as you go into June. There's a lot of deep thinking and reflection that is required. A review of plans and a review of the situation. Again, some of you, the message is things are taking a turn for the worse. Now, I don't like to give messages that have this very doomsday kind of concept. For me, the way I feel and interpret this is there are situations that if you don't take control of, or if you don't take a closer look at, a real look at, they might get, of course, more complicated, more complex to solve because you are neglecting them. But if you take a look on them now, especially things that you are pretty aware you should take better care of, things will not get to that point. Things will not fly off proportion or not, bring consequences that are severe. But for Libras that have been neglecting situations for a long time, then may bring you, a scare or a wake up call of some sorts in having to face the reality. I think that some of you have to face reality and you are avoiding it for some reason. Some of you, the world of fantasy and emotion, it calls more to you, hits it hits you closer to home. It's something just that naturally you're just more, easily compatible with. Emotions, beautiful things, love, romance, dreams, longings, ideals. And I think that some of you, have a lot to offer and a lot to give in terms of your gifts and in terms of what you can do with that amazing, aesthetic sense. But you need to apply it somewhere. You can't just be, floating in the ether all the time. You need to apply it to something. And this is where I feel like you're still struggling with. Others of you, again, laziness is just the issue here. There's a sense of needing to work on, balancing. And this seems to be a theme for all signs so far. Balancing your active responses, right? Balancing, being proactive with, appropriate retreat and rest and, chill. I think that some of you just want to chill, but there are things in your life that are requiring immediate response. Others of you feel like you are unprepared or you just don't know. Libras that have been either away from work for a long time or relationship scenarios that have been single a long time and suddenly they are faced with a relationship situation or something else, that you want to try or that you are considering to do. I think that you feel like that you are rusty, like you can't do it, you don't know how to do it again, or there's a situation in Libra's life that it's like have been with them for a long time, right? And now that the situation is kind of, this area of focus is kind of returning, or you are returning to it, you may feel a little bit, unsettled or just don't know how to appropriately respond again and behave, either in relationships, if you have been away from them for a long time, or in work, or in any activity you are maybe called to be involved with. I think that some of you are struggling to adapt to the demands of your reality. Some of you, I see a lot of contemplation and thinking, longing, even wishing in the beach. Some of you could, connection with the sea and the sand could benefit because the sand represents earth, the earthy connection, grounding, being seated on sand or walking in the sand could benefit you. And then at the same time having there the presence of emotion, water, the sea. So, balancing emotion with practical aspects of your life, it's extremely important. And I feel like some of you could benefit, especially as you go into June, moments of contemplation with nature, to be by yourself, to take some time to really think about situations. I don't think that you will be able during the month of May to make yet the decisions you need to make. I think that this is more about reassessing situations, reviewing them, analyzing them, taking an honest look, to them, understanding, everything about studying the situation, let's say, and understanding every single thing, studying the subject. And then maybe in June you will jump into a decision or a choice that you need to make. But right now I think that you're not yet in your, ideal mental and emotional environment and state to make appropriate decisions. Because I feel like if you make a decision now in this condition, you may then want to go back or retreat, or realize maybe that this is not what you want to do. And I also feel like some of you may be dealing with issues with some of you may be dealing with Cancer energy. So Cancer suns, moons, rising, very Cancerian personalities. Some of you have like the crab and the Cancer energy is also connected with issues with family, children, but also again powerful emotion. So I feel like again, in having here the Page of Cups, certainly there could be this very sensitive. This is in the unconscious position though. There can be a very sensitive reaction, or sensitive reactions out of you. You can feel things. It's like without defense. I feel like you don't feel like you are guarded, protected as you want it to be, and so everything kind of affects you. It's like you're naked, your emotions and you, or you are naked all the time and you expose. I feel like some of you feel very exposed and vulnerable to life. Some of you will be shedding tears of again. I think that this tearful energy that I'm sensing here is also related with contemplation and what you're being asked to let go of, to heal, or to remember. Some of you, Cancer is also about past and memory, so there might be a need to again remember something. Memories can be of help, appropriately they can be of help to reawaken in your dreams or truth, that you have forgotten about who you are and what your dreams used to be like and what you truly want in life. What are your beliefs in life? I also feel like if you have children, your children can be needing you more than usual, or they can have, this very emotional, they can be growing, to become very emotionally, connected with you as a parent and very intuitive. There might be kind of a telepathic connection between you and a child, or you and a younger person, a person that you see as empathetic as well and sensitive. Libras may be having, emotional connections that are very deep during this period of time, but tumultuous. For some of you, though, relationships are not shown here as easy. They have, hectic vibration about them. Again, messy. Things in your life are messy. And I think that you need one step at a time to take care of things, instead of go each step, right? A from B, B from C. Don't jump. The temptation to jump, it's high here, but go one step at a time and let love speak, because deep down, in my opinion, this is also about what the Page of Cups is, and what you might be really needing right now to heal is to let love speak, to let your emotions guide you. But you give your hand, it's like emotion giving the hand, to the earth, because you're here, you have needs, you have to take care of those needs. You are, I think that you are, how you call it as well, you are meant to join, what to join, two aspects of this reality that can bring you wonders, that can bring you what we all long for, this wholesome energy, right? Feeling at whole with ourselves and with life, feeling plenty, feeling fulfilled in every area of life. And I think that some of you are aiming for this, and you are being called to put all things together, not separate, together. Everything has to be working in harmony together. So I hope you have a great month of May. Thank you so much for all of you that have been liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting to my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And hopefully we'll see each other soon.